Welcome to a special edition of Point Taken. I'm joined today by a very special guest, the Secretary for Justice, Teresa Cheng. Ms. Cheng, thank you so much for joining me today. I want to get your thoughts on the Tianhai-Hong Kong cooperation zone that was recently announced by the central government. It's a plan to expand the Shenzhen-Tianhai economic zone and make it a world-class service hub. Inside the plan, there's a big dedication towards the legal service. So I wanted to get your thoughts on what that pertains to for the Hong Kong legal professions.
Well, the Tianhai plan is a very, very good plan for Hong Kong, if I may say. And insofar as the legal sector is concerned, it opens up immense opportunities. And indeed, of course, we have a saying that is that lawyers always go where the business goes. So I don't need to sort of emphasize the business opportunities that are opening up and therefore allowing more lawyers actually more business in that sector. But insofar as the legal sector is concerned, I think there are a few things that is extremely worthy of mentioning. In the Tianhai plan, they mentioned that the idea of allowing a Hong Kong enterprise to use Hong Kong law and Hong Kong arbitration can be further enhanced and implemented. So we are going to look very closely at how to actually make that into some rules and plans so that that can be immediately followed through. There is also discussions about how to ensure that the civil justice system is going to be working together and ensuring that perhaps they would flow. And I take the example of the insolvency and restructuring arrangements that was reached between Hong Kong and the mainland, allowing reciprocal enforcement and recognition to be done. That was signed in May, and already in July there was a Hong Kong case which has sought recognition, a letter of request from the Shenzhen court in order for the Hong Kong proceedings to be recognized. And it's already been made public, as it were, gazetted, if I can use the Hong Kong word, in September. So we already have a case. So we're going to use that as an example to study how best we can improve the system to ensure everything works. There are also other opportunities like looking at how the partnership associations between Hong Kong law firms and Chinese law firms are going to be set up. And that, I think, is a very realistic and very down-to-earth practicalities. And together with the Greater Bay Area exam, we hope that we will be able to broaden the scope of work for the Hong Kong lawyers, including setting up more partnership association firms with mainland law firms. So there are lots of opportunities. Those three are really sort of down to earth and immediately we can think of. And of course, we will continue to explore how to get a mediation platform. One of our strengths is a mediation, and we will continue to do that, and of course also in arbitration as well. And we hope that by capturing on the Tianhai plan, we could try and develop a more unified and therefore broader system so that Hong Kong practitioners can actually work together in the Greater Bay Area market. And of course, one of the things that we've been doing is to have a mediation platform that will have a recognized or perhaps a sort of a best practice for ethics, for accreditation, for mediation. So that's hopefully we'll be able to reach that towards the end of the year. We will continue to do that with arbitration, and perhaps there is a discussion in the mainland about them wanting to set up a one-stop shop for litigation, arbitration, and mediation. That is in a way in place in the Chinese International Commercial Court. Whether that can be modified on to build up something for the Greater Bay Area, we will no doubt participate in the discussions because that again will be something very useful for the legal services and as it were broadening our scope of practice.